He's gonna go red. If you force him red, that's good. Oh, well.
Yes, today we're talking about DRUID. DRUID has been really strong right now in the current meta. We've seen so many DRUID in solo, in duo, but also in trio. There's a lot of people who really don't like the class. They think it's not balanced, it's too overloaded. However, today I'm not gonna be complaining. Today we're trying to find solution and how to increase our survival rate or our win rate against DRUID. I'm not here to cry, I'm not here to complain, because we're different. So, if you're just here to complain about the class being OP, I think it's already a common opinion. We know the class is pretty strong. So let's try to find like a solution before they nerf it, because maybe it's not coming that soon. So, the current meta, there's two types of DRUID. We have the first one, that's the most common, it's the bear form. Then we have the panther form. For me, the best way to beat a class is to understand how the class works and what are the class's strengths. So why is bear the most played and why is panther also one of the second most played type of DRUID? Let's take a look at bear form. So we need to only look at three parts. The first one being the left click. The left click is a swipe that does damage based on your strength, and it has 100% scaling. Same for the right click. So if you play against a bear, if you want to know if it's a bear, you have to look at his gear. If his gear is mostly strength based, if he has like a straw hat, a padded tunic, he's gonna be a bear form. When you're in a bear form, you gain 50% physical damage reduction and 50% max health bonus. So you're really tanky against physical damage, but not against magical damage, which is good for us. Bear form is a good matchup for wizard. However, there's some mistake you need to avoid if you don't want to lose against them. So bear is pretty simple, like I said. So I'm gonna more talk about panther because I play wizard, right? So panther is like the form that annoys me the most, and this is because panther form has silence. If you look at the part where it's written right click, neck bite. Neck bite, the target's neck, inflicting agility times 130 physical damage in percentage. And if a frenzied, neck bite silences the target for 0.1 second. And what does that mean? So when you go into like a shapeshift form, you have a new ability that's unlocked. Here, the ability name is rush. So you rush forward, it's like a small dash basically, and for 3 seconds, you're frenzied. Which means the next 3 seconds after you dash, all your right click button are gonna silence your opponents for 0.1 second. It's really annoying for wizard because any silence interrupt the spell you're casting. So like if you're casting, for example, a magic missile, the missile is gonna cancel. Also, it blocks you from casting any spells. But the most annoying part is the silence for 0.1 second. So let's try to find a way to counter this. Now that you understood what was killing us. Here it's basically the silence and the insane damage they're getting from building agility. Because panther gains damage from building agility, they have 100% scaling on every point of agility they build. That's why most of the time you're gonna be seeing DRUID building only agility with legendary rings, legendary loose trousers, or frost-like loose trousers, or like lightfoot lace turn shoe. So if you pay attention here, he actually does the chicken jump and into panther on me. But I know that when he does the jump, he cannot cancel and change direction. So look, what happens is instead of going backward, I go forward. So he goes over me. Like this, you see? He did the dash, the frenzy state I talked to you about. So for the next 3 seconds, he can silence me on his right click. So now he doesn't have silence. So it's a mistake on my part to pull out the sword and trying to sword him because he doesn't have silence. So I should have known that and go for missile right here.
Red.
And he also know that he doesn't have silence. That's why he didn't go instantly melee against me. Because he know he doesn't have silence. But he saw that I have the sword, so he just took the fight because he has really high chance of winning a 1v1 melee.
If you force him red, that's good. Well.
So here the play was to pull out missile because he didn't have silence. Because he did the jump with chicken into panther jump. And it lasts only 3 seconds. So one more advice I can give you about panther form is he has two type of attacks. The left one, which is the swipe. It's a horizontal swipe from top right to top left to bottom left, like here on the screen. And the bite is a vertical bite from just like top to bottom, basically. So like the panther charge forward and try to bite his opponent. The difference between the two is the left click, which is the first attack, the swipe, doesn't silence. It applies like a rogue poison to your enemy. It also has better range than the neck bite. But as a wizard, we only care about the neck bite because the neck bite has lower range compared to the swipe. You can see here, I cannot hit the dummy with the bite, but with the swipe, I can hit him. So remember, neck bite has lower range and the swipe has better range. So how can you utilize this info to win fights against Panther? So yeah, if you understood it right, you have to use high ground. Try to get on top of barrels, 2 crates, just some high ground so he cannot actually hit you with the bite. By doing this, you can just stand on high ground and missile him. He can only left click you but cannot bite you. So he's basically cannot silence you, and missile always win fight all in against a Panther because Panther lose a lot of HP when they go into Panther form. Like this spot in Goblin Cave, for example, it's really safe where you can reset and the Druid will never be able to kill you. So you jump here and then you jump there. And here you're safe. In order for the Druid to get to you, he has to do the same way. So if he does it, you just follow him and he cannot kill you. You guys can watch each other for the entire match. And the guy is not gonna wait the entire match, right? So you're safe here, you can just wait he get out, and if you don't want to fight him, you can just chill here. So to sum up, first, when you see a Druid, look for the type of Druid he is. Is he Panther? Is he bear form? If he has a straw hat, usually it's a bear. Look for the padded tunic, look for the pants, look for the boots. If you're not sure, don't fight him. It's not worth it going for the fight if you're not prepared. And lastly, I have a really good analogy to explain fighting a Druid right now in the current meta is if you're fighting a Druid, it's basically fighting a guy with a knife or a gun when you're bare hands. So a lot of people are gonna tell you the best solution here is to just run away. So I would give you guys the same advice. If you see a Druid and it's a Panther guy, do not fight him. Your best option right now is just run away. It's not worth going against him. And even if you play really, really well, a really good Panther Druid is not going to make a mistake. And he's going to kill you at the end of the day. So don't risk your time. Don't waste your time and your kids. Just try to get out. If the guy is sticking up to your butt, just wait somewhere in high ground and do not fight him. Because he knows what he's doing. Look for a mistake and then you punish him. The best thing you can do is if they're in human form, you fireball them once, so they get into the dream walk, and then you fireball them again, and they basically 20% HP. And while they dream walk, they cannot transform. So if they cannot transform, it's a free fight for you. But only this scenario if you can land 3 fireball in a row. Other than that, don't even try it. I wouldn't recommend going against a Panther Druid. The odds are against you. I'm just giving 2 tips and advice on how to increase your survival rate and stop making dumb mistakes against them.
Goblin case, 5x5, it's a chronic song. begging us to be free. Welcome to the Goblin Caves, where the goblins go wild. In the dark, in the depths, you can't even see a smile. All a goblin is a twisted maze. Welcome to the Goblin Caves, get lost in the haze. Welcome to the Goblin Caves.